It's Sunday and I still haven't really got a clue what we're doing, but we've got some nice little checks and tips for you to do on your caravan. Potentially not so much your motorhome, but if you've got a motorhome, keep on watching anyway. Building. So still not done a lot. I haven't had time to actually really do much on the building, but we're going to have a little look-see over there at what is going on, how it's looking, what the plan is. You feel like you're getting into like the WWE wrestling ring there, didn't you? Football. So England brought it home. It might not have been the men, but the women did it for us. So hopefully the men's football can take a little bit of note from the women. Just starting to sort of get the top section in, and I really need to hire a lift is the next stage to put the roof sheets on the main section. So we're just starting to put strength into everywhere now. So the next bit to go in is our roof braces, or our purlins basically. So the bits that are going to catch the roof sheets backwards to forwards. So we're starting to put the brackets in there now. The roof purlins can then go in, and then the roof sheeting. And we're now just starting to look at getting all this boxed in and secured in, and what we're going to do. And basically it's going to be painted grey, and then at the side of our office we've got sort of the grey building and then wood strips up and down. So that's what these two sides are going to look like. So but slow progress. It's just been very, very busy. So we've had a couple of warranty bits and pieces. We've had a lot sold, so pretty much everything down this side is sold. Most of the stuff down this side here is sold, and then we've got quite a few on the pitch that are sold as well. So we're just busy trying to keep up at the minute. But I'm now looking for one that hasn't got any legs down. This one, the eldest. I don't think this has got any legs down. So little check that we can do ourselves. So on your braking system on your Caravan, it's a little bit more difficult on a twin axle, but if it's got a single axle, your handbrake is going to obviously sort of pull up, and that'll put your brakes on. Now on the Caravans they've got an overrun device which works when you start reversing. It drops the brakes off so the Caravan can go backwards, and that's why last week, I'm pretty sure it was last week, was on about greasing our nipples and pushing this damper in to make sure that it's going in and working properly. And that was to sort of make sure that our overrun device is doing what it should be doing, and checking then that it's sort of the front end is telling the back end what to do correctly. Now a way to double check our brakes are doing what they should be doing before we sort of go down a big hill backwards, because that's one way to check your brakes are working. But if you've done that and the brakes aren't working, you're in trouble. But that is a way that you can sort of check on a slightly downwards slope backwards. We can actually put the Caravan on, put the handbrake on, and we should get half a foot of movement backwards. Now if you watch this handbrake, in theory I've just put the handbrake on, so you'd say that's it, the Caravan now won't go anywhere, it can't move anywhere. So if we pull the Caravan forwards, it won't go anywhere whatsoever. So that's your first try that you can do, and normally I like to do it on the hitch, to be fair. So that will sort of say, yeah, for going forwards the brakes are set up correctly. Now that doesn't mean that the brakes are set up correctly then for going backwards. So again, if we put the handbrake into our first situation there, now if I pull the front of the Caravan this way, you'll notice actually the Caravan can move this way and the handbrake will come up a little bit more. So as I do it, and then it locks on, and then as I do it the other way, again we'll get a little bit of movement and it'll lock on. So that basically then, the handbrake will come up fully and lock the brakes into position to go backwards, which is why we sort of get that little bit of movement backwards first, and then the handbrake catches. And that's all to do with how the Caravan works, so that we can actually reverse the Caravan and the brakes aren't coming on when we go backwards. But a good little check at this time of year now, after we've done a few journeys out, it just verifies that our brakes are working correctly and still set up properly. So just literally then at that point, once that handbrake's up fully, we can't move the Caravan backwards on that wheel, we can't move the Caravan backwards on that wheel, and again we still won't be able to come forwards. And we know then that brake setup on that Caravan is correct and it's doing what it should be doing and it's set up correctly. So obviously if now you are doing this and the Caravan's starting to go around in circles and that brake now isn't catching anything, doing anything, we've got an issue with our brakes. So at that point you need to get your local mobile engineer out or take it into your local dealer and get them to reset your Caravan brakes up for you. So a really, really good check, because again, if it is that you're unhitching the Caravan and it's going backwards, you pull that handbrake on, if the brakes aren't working for the Caravan to go backwards, it's just going to keep on going. So a very, very important check to actually do. So that might just be the name of our little video this week, mightn't it? A very important check. Don't end up in the bushes, which could potentially happen. So let's have a quick little look. We've got a little cheapie, little Partex that has just come in. So this is going to be under £1,000. It's cheap and cheerful is the best way to put it. It's an older van. We don't have any legs down, so we better be careful. It's open, it's got no legs down. I don't know why that is. But nice little 4-berth, so double at the front, which makes into a double bed or 2 singles, and then side washroom. And I'm not going to send you into the bathroom too far because we will tip up on this one, but it's still got a good little separate shower and toilet. Most likely it's been wallpapered with, would you say that they're floor tiles? So it is very much sole spares repairs. It is what it is, but a good little van just to get you going. So if you've never had one before, you look at the price of a tent now, at least you'll be not quite as wet in this as you would be in a tent potentially. So I need to get Dean to put the legs down on that, don't we? The little challenge we did look in that, so that's just about to come on sale now. It has got a little bit of a bump on the front, which we're going to try and get cleaned up a little bit better. So that's $7,995. We've got the the Ace. ABI is going right back then, wasn't it? So it's the Ace Jubilee Statesman 2009 big twin axle 6250. And then we start to get into sort of our motorhome. So this Carthago is just coming down in price. So we're just doing this part of the sales. So this was a nice A-class motorhome, all been reupholstered. Again, we have looked in this one in the past. We've got hopefully a lovely little Bailey 2-berth coming in as well in a couple of weeks' time when they pick up the new motorhome. But the drop-down bed in this one comes down. Big fixed bed at the back, separate shower and toilet on the side. So a lovely little A-class. Not huge, this one. So again, it is over the 3.5 ton. So I think it was about 3,850 if I remember off the top of my head. So it does just limit down slightly on who can drive it and who can't. You need to have passed your test pre-1997 for this one. But a lovely A-class. So this, as I say, just going in the sale now, so keep an eye on the website at what that goes on at. The couple of campers still, we've got the Majestic. The Auto Trail is sold, so that's the one that we've got the part exchange coming in against. I think we might have another Bailey Phoenix coming in. So in the next couple of weeks, ones that I know about so far, we've got another Bailey Phoenix. We have got a little coachman, a cheap and cheerful little coachman due in. I can't remember what the other one was. There's another couple coming in as well from vans that got sold over the weekend. But this is very nice, 2023. Seating at the front, that makes 2 singles or a big double. Your island bed, nice kitchen area, and very lightweight this one. So 1395, under 1400 kilos maximum, and 1240 as it stands in there, 19,995. So a nice one, very nice. We're a little bit low on stock at the minute, so I think most of our island beds at the back have now been sold. So I think that's sold. We've got the Finesse 570. So I've been saying that the family vans were a little bit quieter, not quite as busy as you sort of fix beds and what have you. And we had that 6:30 the other week, a nice big twin axle with a fixed bed with the L-shaped lounge at the front, and that literally came in, it got sold that weekend. So I can't remember whether it was to a family or whether I was going to use it as a 2-berth. But this is again a good sort of family, whether it's a 4-berth or a 6-berth, because you've got 2 fixed bunk beds, but you've still got the seating area on the side, so it gives you the best of both worlds if it's a 4 or a 6. So again, nice van with a nice washroom as well on that back corner, because it still gives you the separate shower and toilet. Another little tip that is good to look at this time of year is doing your window sills. So going round with a cloth with some silicone spray and just lubricating up your window rubbers. Obviously the amount of heat that we've had over the last couple of weeks previously, it can dry out your window rubbers. So opening your windows up, a little bit of silicone spray onto a cloth, and then just going around all of those seals on the windows. And it's a good idea to do your external lockers. Battery box doesn't matter so much, but toilet locker, a really good time to do that one. And also if you've got any lockers that come underneath your seats, again make sure they're sealing up properly, and again that you've lubricated that seal. With that hotter weather, they can just tend to stick and sort of not do really what they should be doing. So a great time to go round and double check those. So that's a good time to do that now. I think we've potentially got a couple more Bessicars due in as well. I think we've only got 1 or 2 Bessicars left now, so we might be having some more of those. The side bed, I can't remember whether this got sold or not. I thought this was potentially on the sold list, so whether we're trying to get finance on this or not, I can't remember. So double check this one whether it's still available or not. 19995, 2023, similar to that Bailey Phoenix, but obviously the Sprite version of it, or the Swift version of it. So very similar on the layout, seating at the front, your kitchen on the side, your island bed on the side, and then your washroom at the back. So I don't know which one I prefer.
I think I prefer this one.
Do you like this one? Is it the colours?
Yeah.
The colour, yeah. Yeah, it's got sort of slightly more modern colour to it, hasn't it? So again, that's going to be different with everyone, and again the colour schemes can make such a difference. Lorry build, pretty much all of our front seats, we had those upholstered, so they're done in. There's a few little silly jobs I've got to do, but probably next week we might have a look at what that's looking like now. Not a lot different from previously, so if we've got a clip of that, we might put that in there now so you can see, if you missed it, what it's looking like, and then a couple of links in the description to previous build videos as well. Another good time to be sort of, again, people are sort of still mentioning, we did on last Friday, so not Friday just gone but the previous Friday, we'd sort of, or it might have been Sunday actually, about the manufacturers and problems, and hopefully things are going to get better in the next 12 months or so. But some people said big issue with campsites, still too expensive, charging too much, it's too expensive on the sites. So a way around it slightly, not to pay for your electric. So not that you're going to go on there and steal their electric, I mean sort of go solar. So we've got the Bluetti in our lorry, so solar panel Bluetti, and we can then go off grid. We've still got our 230, we've still got our 12 volt. So again, something to look into is the Bluetti power banks. They are very, very good, and again, once you've hooked up with solar, or even just going solar and battery, and then sort of keeping your Bluetti just for the odd occasion of your mains electric, works really well. But that can save you a lot on the electric fees, on your pitch fees. If you look in no electric and then electric, you'll be quite surprised how much you can save per sort of week, and it does add up. So just a little way to get your site fees down slightly, not hugely but slightly. trying to think what else that we've had in. In fact, the Vigo, I've gone past this a couple of times. We've not even looked in it at all, this one. So the Bailey Vigo, it's not been cleaned as yet. It's only just sort of come in, so we've not got round to it. This has got the IKEA bin. That's the IKEA bin. So I've seen this a couple of times, and I'm thinking about this for the lorry. So what you'll notice, and I can't remember what it was on now, but I think Gina was doing a video and she was saying, oh, the bins are tiny, what do we want one of those bins on the door on the lorry for? This is the IKEA bin. So basically, if you go into IKEA, or if you have a look on IKEA's website and you look at door bin, that's the bin, and it's a bit bigger bin, a lot more usable. It's bad, isn't it? We've been deduced talking trash. So what a load of trash talk. But they're a really good little upgrade, and you should be able to remove your current bin that's on there and fix this back if it was screwed on the original one, or if it's got the little holes for the popping bits. You should be able to put self tappers through and go into the same fixings as what was originally there. So if you ever needed to take this off and put the original bin on, you should be able to do it. You should be able to work around it. But a great bin. So yeah, really, I hadn't noticed that. I hadn't even looked in this van, to be fair. But another very similar to the Sprite and the Phoenix, so slightly older, 12,995, a maximum of 1498, so under 1500 kilos again, but a nice van, really nice van. Big fridge freezer, so again you don't get that big fridge freezer in many, and you got the IKEA bin as a bonus. So microwave above, nice island bed on the side, and then a nice washroom at the back. And again, this has got the Aldi central heating, and all the other usual bits and bobs. So electric ring. I do like the sort of shape on these. I don't know whether I'm so keen about the outside look, but actually when you get inside, I'm all matchy. So yeah, I like this one. So let us know in the comments your thoughts. Have you swapped over to an IKEA bin? Should we try and find a link for the IKEA bin?
Yeah.
So people, makes it a bit easier for people if you want to upgrade your bin. And look out for a TikTok, Instagram and Facebook on that, because again, Isabel's going to work some magic and go like that on a different van, and then pan to this one with this bin on it and make it look like she's done a magic trick. So look out for that. Hopefully I've waffled on enough. There's a nice couple of tips to keep us going again this time of year. Next week we're going to have a look at the lorry build. Next week I won't have done any real progress on the building again because I'm just snowed under at the minute. So but after that, hopefully that building will be done. I'm literally a good day or so of proper graft on it and it'll be done, finished. Just got to put the floor in then. So look out for that. Hit the subscribe button, hit us the like button, drop us a comment, have a look at Isabel's stuff on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. I'm Mark at the Caravan Place.